Welcome back, and that is, of course, the big question. What happens next? Level 3 lockdown now effective, and across South Africa, many businesses this afternoon are not only counting the cost of 2 months of inactivity, but also looking to the future. With a view now on where we stand and what it's going to take to recover, Martin Kingston joins us from the organisation Business for South Africa. Martin Kingston, good afternoon to you. Is there enough, first of all, clarification of the rules of Level 3 as far as South African business is concerned?
Well, we believe that Level 3 is very clear. It's actually enhanced Level 3. It's better than we originally anticipated in respect of Level 2. You and your viewers will recall that we had said we needed to transition out of Level 4 through Level 3 to Level 2 as quickly as possible to get the entire economy at full productivity, obviously bearing in mind all of the health and safety protocols. We estimate that theoretically up to 95% of the workforce could go back to work now or stay at home but be productively engaged. There are obviously some sectors that are omitted. There are a couple of areas that we're going to have to trial over the next weeks. That's obviously the workplace. Many workplaces have already started at Level 5 and more importantly Level 4. But now, effectively, as I said, bar a few exceptions, most of them are going to be open for business. We've got public transport that we need to think about very carefully. We're working in the NEDLAC chamber to try and address that. But the onus, first and foremost, is on both business and individuals and workers at business rather than being regulated.
There's a secondary onus as well, though, surely. You did earlier call for enforcement agencies to have a common, perhaps a better understanding of the regulations. There have been problems, well-documented problems in the past. We have greater volume now in terms of the workplace. Is that going to happen, do you think?
I think it's much less likely now because, of course, you'll remember that previously the regulations were that actually most activities were excluded, essential goods and services, and only a few were included. Now, effectively, with a couple of exceptions, everything is included. It's much less problematic in terms of enforcement agencies having to interpret. Certainly in terms of workplace protocols, we need to ensure that there's alignment, common standards between the Department of Employment and Labour and sectoral departments. But we think we'll get there relatively quickly, in fact. As I said, the other issue, of course, is going to be the public transportation system and what people do in public places, where we still need to respect very much the need for social distancing, for hand sanitation, and for wearing PPE, particularly, of course, face masks. And there will need to be enforcement, not just, by the way, by the enforcement agencies, but by each and every one of us.
Of course, the welcome aspect to all of this, I guess, is that flywheel of the South African economy is slowly starting to turn. But now, in terms of organised business, how much thinking are you giving to a post-crisis or a post-COVID economy? One member of the Tripartite Alliance, for instance, saying that COVID-19 gives, and I quote, government a chance to discipline capital and the private sector. Are we going to see a markedly changed economic paradigm, do you think?
Well, we hope so. We actually think that there's scope, the President has referred to this, for a new social compact to be put in place, where we can ensure that all social partners, labour, civil society, government and indeed business, can work together towards a common objective. It's what we've been doing during COVID-19. We should have learned some lessons there. And certainly we are working very hard at the moment on the design of an economic recovery plan that we can table to government and our social partners. We've already indicated as much. We hope to be able to do so in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We're in the final stages of determining that. And there the country is going to have to make some very hard choices. But at the same time, we're going to have to ensure that we can harness both the human and financial potential and capital that is available, including in the private sector, to ensure that we can maximize the opportunity for sustainable, inclusive economic growth, which has eluded us, I have to say, Jeremy, for many years so far.
Martin Kingston, Business for South Africa, thank you very much for joining us.